Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the HGUC Kshatriya. So this is going a little bit of a ways back, all the way back to 2009 with this release, so this is quite a few years old now, but it really doesn't feel that old, and I built this kit ages ago and I love it, and I'm going to be building it again. Actually, when I built it before, I just snapped it. I haven't actually painted this kit before, but I am going to be painting it this time, actually, in some different colors. I'll talk more about that later, but anyway, I love this mobile suit. I love this kit. It's a great kit, and I love Marita Cruz. She's one of my favorite characters in all of Gundam, and one of my favorite characters of this series too, of course. So fantastic kit, and I'm looking forward to working on it and sharing that with you guys, because when I built this kit before, that was long before I was doing YouTube, so that kit is just like in my parents' basement back at home. Anyway, so I'm going to be building this up and sharing that with you guys. So here we have on the front of the box, just some really nice box art here. As you can tell, this is a very large box. This would be like the size of like a master grade, or like a bigger master grade. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive as well, but I think it's worth it. It's a really big, really cool kit. So anyway, let's get around to the side of the box. You can see this is number 99 in the HGUC line, so going way back, we're up over 200 now. So there we go, just that. On the bottom of the box, just front and back view, what the kit will look like when it's all painted up. But it's actually going to look really close to that, actually, just straight out of the box, because the color separation on this kit is pretty good. Here we have some information there about the Kshatriya, all in Japanese, of course, and then some artwork there. Love that original artwork, and I really wish that we would have, you know, if someday we actually ever do get an RD100 kit of this, I hope it's really close to this original artwork for that, because this HGUC kit is really close to that. It's pretty good, but I still think the original box, or the original artwork, is a little bit more bulky. And that bulk is not quite totally captured accurately in this kit, but I like the way that this kit looks anyway, better than some other versions of it. I'm talking like third-party versions. Anyway, here we have on this side some weapons. Obviously it has the 4 binders, it has a whole bunch of these funnels, 24 of them, 6 on each of the 4 binders. It has these sub-arms inside the binders as well, which, as we saw in the OVA, can hold beam sabers or whatever. It has the sleeves markings, of course. This is some mega particle cannons there on the chest, as well as the mega particle cannons on the binders as well. So this thing is just packed and ready for action. The mono eye can move here, just showing off some of the articulation gimmicks here. Some pretty nice articulation, but of course it is a pretty heavy kit. Luckily, one nice point of articulation, or one nice gimmick built in, is that the arm for the mechanical arm there for holding the binders has the kind of like locking mechanism. That will definitely help with the weight of that. So, and then here's just some more about some other features of the kit. Nice detail underneath the feet there as well. So 4,500 yen for the price for this. So that's a lot for a high grade, but this is a big kit and a pretty nice one. So I really don't think that that's too bad. Actually, to be honest, I think that price is pretty well justified. There's a sticker sheet, as you can tell. Big, sort of, but it's really just the sleeve markings. That's pretty much it. So in terms of the stickers, it's really not that bad. So here's all the, what's obviously the A runner there. Got some polycaps, some light green. Got some beam effect parts there in green. I wish that we got a set, and I don't remember, I don't think we do, but I wish we had a set of 1 pink and 1 green beam saber effect parts, so that you could recreate the scene when he steals the beam saber from the, I believe it was a Jagan, if I remember correctly. As far as I can remember, we don't get any pink beam saber effect parts, but I'm sure I have some extra ones. Anyway, there's just some of the larger mechanical parts there in gray. Some more parts here inside of the binders. The main parts of the binders there. Big chunks of plastic. Just more light green. The darker green, not a whole lot of that. There's some, and some blue. There's only a few pieces of that dark blue. And more binder parts. That's the stuff we saw before. And then some ABS parts for the joints. We'll get a look at all the runners, of course, separately in a few moments. Just taking a look at the manual here, you can see there's some of the stats. So the total height is 22.3 meters, so that's going to be pretty tall, and I believe that's actually even just the head height. I believe the heights, like all the way up to the top of the binders, would actually be more than that. Mega particle cannon, eye field generator, funnel, beam saber, machine gun. It's got all of that fun stuff. Here on the back, just again more images showing the rear view, the binders, mode change. I'm not really sure if you would call that a mode, but it is apparently a mode. According to Bandai, and here is the color chart. So, opening this up to the center, we've got more information here. Again, this is before the glory days now, where we have English in the manual. You can see a few stills there from the anime, and then a nice big shot of the Kshatriya there holding the beam sabers. Yeah, so you can see it should have one pink and one green, like this scene from the anime, but you just have to take one from another kit, I guess. Anyway, and then here again, just another CG image. That artwork there, showing the Kshatriya and Marita. And then more just stuff about Unicorn here. So, getting into our parts list, obviously with this being a really unique kit, none of this stuff is copied from any other kits, so going to be using pretty much everything except for a few pulley caps we'll have left over. Construction is going to start off with the torso first. It's building the torso, the body, building all that up, then onto the head. There's a few steps there. And then onto the arms, sub-arms, or the mechanical arms that will go on top of the shoulders, and then the forearms, the arms, and the shoulders, and putting that all together. Skipping over our middle color page. Finishing up the arms, and then finishing up the upper body there. And then moving on to the feet, legs, and legs. And waist. Building up the waist section, then finishing up the lower half, then building that, and then building the sub-arms in the binders, and then finishing that up, and then just a little bit about how to move that stuff around, like so. So that's it, let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so first up, here's those foil stickers again, and yeah, we just have one pink one there for the mono eye, these 4 little white strips for going on the sides of the legs, and the rest of these are just for the sleeves markings, so really not a whole lot in terms of like color apps represented by stickers, so that's always good. PC116 for our polycap runner in standard gray color. And then SB1 for our pink beam saber effect parts. Again, this is the runner, these are the beam sabers that are usually used for master grade kits, 1/100 scale kits, so these are going to be pretty nice and large. Alright, so here we have runner A in 3 different colors. We have some black parts here, which is mostly just all the parts for like the sleeves parts, so on the chest and the forearms there. And then white parts here on the center for a whole bunch of white accents. And then yellow parts here for the yellow tubing and yellow thrusters in there. So pretty much all of this is all just like accent colors and thrusters and things like that, so it's nice to see all this part separation. So this just goes back to what I was saying, the kit is expensive, but you do have a lot of really nice color separation with this. And the runner markings for these will just be HGUC 144 Kshatriya. Runner B here, all in that lighter green color, is just parts for the arms, thighs, a little bit of like the middle section, parts for the head. On here, just a whole bunch of green parts, including our beam saber handles. Runner C is the parts for 2 of the binders, so the main outer part of the binder, the part for the sub-arm, and then half of our funnels here. Then we have a second C runner, which will just be another set of that to make the 4 binders. And then runner D is the rest of our lighter green color armor parts, so parts for the arms, legs, and all of that here on the D runner. And so we do have 2 of this D runner as well. Then runner E is changing up to this darker green color. This is the only runner of this particular color. So we have parts for the chest and the skirts. Basically, that's all that's on here. Interestingly, how like this front part for the front skirt is just all kind of one piece there, molded on there kind of interestingly. So anyway, that's it. Here we have runner F, and this is just in a kind of standard gray color. This is going to be parts for going inside the waist and inside the torso and inside the back skirt there. You can see here is also our hands and also part for the mono eye there as well. Unfortunately, this kit only comes with 1 set of hands, just holding hands. It would be nice if it would have came with open hands as well. I'll have to try if maybe the Jigen build knuckles round set, if the largest hands that come with that set are comparable to the size of this one, then maybe I can get a set of open hands. for this. I'll have to check on that. Then we got runner G, which is in that same gray color of plastic here, just parts for some joint parts and things like that. Underside of the feet here, and then inside of the binders, as well as the thrusters for inside the binders here as well. And so we have 2 of this G runner. Then we've got runner H here in ABS plastic for some more joint parts, especially, most notably, the parts for the arms for holding up the binders. So I guess they made this in ABS to try to make it a little bit more strong. So this runner is in a little bit lighter gray color, and then we do have 2 of this runner here as well. And last but not least, runner I with just our 4 parts in this navy blue color for the front half of the foot, and then on the kneecaps there. That's it. So that is going to be it for unboxing the HGUC Kshatriya. This is, like I said, a little bit of an older kit, but still a really nice kit, I think. Not really too much in terms of seams on this kit. If I remember correctly, the only seams on it actually are the upper arms and the forearms, and that's pretty much it. So not really a whole lot of work that you need to do with that. I know that's like, with older kits, that's one of the biggest concerns for people, is they usually tend to have less articulation and more seam lines. This one, I think the articulation is pretty good, but it's a really big, heavy, bulky kit, so don't expect too much. In terms of seams, though, I think it's pretty good, despite it being now 7 or 8 years old like that. So thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing. I'll have the review coming up for you guys next, and I'll see you guys then. If you have any other questions or comments, leave those down below. Bye bye.